Well, you plan it, but you also find things as you go along. A lot of times, as you're doing different sequences, you keep if you keep very open-minded. It depends on on your idiosyncrasies as a director. You can either do it like a blueprint, or you can keep it an ongoing blueprint. And I try to keep changing things, not changing, but adding things as I go. If sometimes you get a different perspective if you're watching the scenes unfold, and you start saying, "Well, I want to do more with that," and so you'll go and you'll punctuate scenes more thoroughly. It's it's just like in anything in life. You just kind of constantly keeping yourself open to the knowledge you have, and increasing the knowledge as you're going along. No, I thought these were all things we were looking for, and I wasn't surprised, because by that time I was pretty well confident that he was doing everything he was supposed to be doing, and then some. And so and once you, as your confidence builds in what you're doing, then everything around you kind of falls into place better, and then you can get more out of it by embellishing upon sequences a little more than maybe you planned at the beginning, and so they take on a little more importance than sometimes that normally could have if you just went straight ahead by the numbers. Well, I think it is. It's tough. It got tougher and tougher for him to come home, as well as it got tougher for him to go back into combat. It just got, when he got home, he was coming home with a certain amount of guilt that he'd been away. It's one thing to go for one term, but when you go for 4 terms, it becomes a whole other deal. And but we increased that at the end, and then finally at the end he's coming home. He even comes home and doesn't go home right away. He just kind of sits and has to adjust. And we tried to do that, and not try to make and to make Taya understanding, or not understand. She doesn't understand why, but she understands that something's wrong. And those are all little vignettes that I think are important to show his character and her character and the way she handled them. And they just all evolve as they go along. She there's no problem with her, because she has a wonderful American accent. It's nobody would. In fact, the first time I had seen her, it was because Sienna had done an audition on tape, and she was using an American accent, so I just thought of her as an American. The first time I met her in person, I was like, "Well, drop the imitation English accent," and then I realized, oh yeah, no, the other is the imitation. But she has a personality much like Taya's, with a lot of vitality, and they hit it off when they met, and she got a chance to see how Taya was thinking about things along the way. She just seemed natural, and she was the right age, right look as far as I was concerned. We auditioned at some other actresses who were really good too, but they just that has to be certain natural characteristics. She had the most.